Hair's getting long. Holy fuck, dude. What the hell? Nathaniel Cooper. Chilling, buddy. Gonna make some of these water staves real quick, and then I need 2 pieces from Blood Moon to be able to green log moons. So I'm going back to moons real after this. I might do a farming run real quick, birdhouse and tree run, but that's to be determined yet. Depends how I'm feeling after this. What have you been up to? What did you get up to today? Cheers, like Doug. PSVR 2. Playing the PSVR 2. What's that? I've never heard of that. PlayStation VR, but yeah, but like, what is like? Isn't that like a specific game on? Like, you're didn't you mention like a specific game like VR 2? Isn't that like a specific game, or is that just virtual reality? I'm old. I don't know these things anymore, bro. I ain't hip with it like I once was. No tokes. I have my daughter coming down tomorrow, so I can't smoke inside. It's a second option. Okay, okay. Gotcha, gotcha. Can't toke inside, so I kind of just figured I fucking toke it all. Well, I smoked a joint. I ain't gonna lie, I already smoked a joint, but let's be real here, bros. I ain't gonna kill nobody. I think I'm just gonna. My 64, dude. We're doing the tree run. PS3 broke. Damn, had the PS3 break. Damn, bro, that does suck. That does suck. What can you do, though, right? It's the way the cookie crumbles, as they say. I'm sure you could take it in and get it fixed. Yeah, I mean, nothing like a good old PS3. I still got my PS3 in my garage. Should boot it up one day to see if it works. I think I might get a haircut soon. You just want to talk for a second? Well, I appreciate you stopping by. You have a good night. Sleep well. Catch you on the flip. See you here. All right, man. Do you think? How many times I run and put you through the ringer? And I do all the shit that's in the ring up on the face. No, baby, I don't think I'll ever learn. You always have to watch me cashing back with those swap bags. Sup, shiny boy? Nathaniel Cooper, once my daughter's coming over for this weekend, but I will be doing more high rounds soon, so stay tuned for those. I'll be doing 5 again soon. My daughter's just coming down for the weekend and stuff, so I got other priorities right now, you know? Not shit your way, eh, Shawnee boy? I feel that. I'm pretty nervous. My daughter's coming down for her first sleepover tomorrow, and I'm just like stressing out. I just hope everything goes smooth, you know? You have a good night, Nathaniel. Just like Johnny, baby. Ain't no doubt about it, I'm gonna let you down. Probably wondering how long I'm gonna stick around. Same, brother. Same. I don't know what I do without them. They're my they're my everything. You sound like a good kid, Nathaniel. You have a good night, buddy. Stay safe out there, buddy. You're gonna chill and finish up this assignment for tomorrow? Yo, do your thing, Shawnee boy. We're just grinding some bosses, listening to music right now, honestly. I'm just listening to some music. Yeah, rip a blanket for me? That's my dog right there. I mean, I can roll up a joint and go outside and toke, but I don't want to just roll up joints constantly and have people like buying tokes. I'll smoke every like hour. You know what I mean? But sometimes I think I don't want to be sad. So, no big ear. Respect, Sean. Respect. What kind of assignment are you doing? I'm not smoking. I read the pin comment. I got my daughter coming down tomorrow, and I can't be getting fucked up. I'll be smoking a fucking joint like every hour outside, but I just smoked a joint at like 11 o'clock. I'll smoke another one around like 12:30. Can't. I can't. My daughter's coming down. This is the first time she's ever sleeping over. But you can't let shit go sour. My fear. Yes, sir. Indubitably. What's the move today? We're grinding some moons. Nah, dude, my daughter's coming down for her first sleepover, so I won't even be streaming this weekend. That reminds me, my daughter's a little gamer, yo. She's trying to get me to play Roblox with her. It's like, fuck, dude. I'm gonna download Stardew Valley because there's a game on Roblox she plays. It's kind of like Stardew Valley. I'm like, Annabelle, I know a game way better than Roblox. Wait till you see this. Where were you born? In Canada? When BO1 came out, Toronto, close to Toronto. Um, how old were you when BO1 came out? BO1 came out when I was in what, grade 7, so I don't know, like 11 maybe. Where's Calgary? I don't know what fucking province that is. It's not. That's what you're looking for right there, homeboy. Well, they have the new first, the fucking what's this called? Fantastic Four. They have the new Fantastic Four. Should I watch that? I watched the Superman movie the other night. That movie is literally made for people with TikTok brain rot. The shit like just swap. The plot changes so fast that like, you can't even keep up. I'm gonna watch this. Fuck it. Canada, say hi. What do you mean? Canada in the building, baby. Why are all of these movies in fucking Spanish all the time? Like Superman was in Spanish, like the subtitles and shit. Oh, dude, this has Pedro Pascal in it. I'm not watching this shit. It's gonna be terrible. What the fuck? Dude, that guy's in everything. He's such a bad fucking actor. My god. I'm not watching that shit. He's so bad, man. That's unfortunate, man. I'll watch I'll watch the fucking Tom and Jerry movie from 1992 instead. That's what I'll do. Two pieces is all I need. Dude, what the fuck? This shit's in Spanish, dog. What the fuck? Dude, what in the fuck is going on here? Why is everything in fucking Spanish, brother? What the fuck am I doing? Wrong tree. Yeah, just blue. Bro, World 420 is so laggy. Oh my god. Alright, maybe it's just me. I think it's just me. Bro, I swear to God, new movies are made for people with like that can't pay attention for more than a minute. Like, this is crazy. Dude, I'm not even trolling. Like, these new movies are made for people that fucking have no attention span whatsoever. Like, this is crazy to me, dude. This is genuinely crazy to me. The fact that like they've already like gone through an extensive list of like fight montages and like just like there's no plot or anything. It's just like pure action bullshit. It's like what the fuck? Like Superman was the same thing. They'd be going down like a storyline, and then all of a sudden, like they'd be chasing something they didn't even mention before. Like, what the fuck is going on in Hollywood right now, dude? What the fuck? People making this shit are just gone. Like, there's no character development or like anything anymore. What the fuck? they've this is like the fourth villain they've introduced, and the server's been on fire this week. Okay, I was gonna say, bro, I'm like fucking getting cooked here. Like even my world 394, which is my secret world I play on, where I have like literally like 5 or 6 ping or some shit like that. Like insane ping. Like but it was just like so laggy earlier. I couldn't do anything. It's fucking like what the hell? That was just me. Good to know that the game just can't handle all the new code. Yeah, 394. It's the secret world, bud. It's a Yama world. It's a dude. I'm telling you, it's the shit, bro. That world's fucking like what the cleanest world I've played on. I'm gonna go finish smoking this joint that I have outside. I'll be back in like 4 minutes. Here's my lighter. Maybe I won't go finish smoking that joint if I can't find this later. Oh, god damn it! Oh, I found it. Let's go. Baby, I'm cheated. All the new players, like 200k new players? Damn. Wow. All in time for the sailing beta where they're all leave. Bah! They won't even let me attack. Like, what the fuck? Like, I got 2 specs off before I could hit one shot. And horse shittery is this? Nah, I gotta swap worlds, man. This is fucked. Nah, this is fucked. Are you fucking kidding me? Take some bone shards. Hi. What's up, big guy? Hey. Hey. Come on up. Come on up. Yeah, swamp tire. Hold up, they made Silver Surfer into a chick? What the fuck? Funny as fuck. Nice silver titties, baby. Rocky, you gotta go outside? Is she lesbian too? Dude, I don't know. Look at it. Looks like a dyke. Looks like a carpet muncher for sure. She's got the fucking dyke haircut, that's for sure, bro. Go outside, little guy. Let's go. Keep going. No, I'm gonna take a fat bong grip when I'm outside too. Do I have any wheat ground up? No, I don't. Joint will do. Let's go. Keep going. Yutoki says. Oh, shit. I went to the wrong box. To the wrong box. What am I doing? Jesus. Give me a drop. Woo! Bro, this bitch is pregnant and she's going to fight some fucking otherworldly being. This movie's fucking crazy, bro. What the fuck? Oh, dude. She's like 8 months pregnant. It looks like. Fucking massive hits, baby. Looks like they spent half of their budget just on the shuttle launch alone. That's a pretty cool name that they gave the ship, though. They named the ship Excelsior. Like, what's his name? Steve Stanley would say. That's a pretty cool touch. Indeed. No whatever. Cell phones, it looks like. No cell phones. 87. Come on, baby. Give me something good. This is hilarious. Okay, so they're fighting the Silver Surfer, right? They're fighting the Silver Surfer, and all of the guys, fucking what's his name, Johnny, just gets obliterated. The big rock guy, Ben, fucking annihilated. Mr. Fantastic, obliterated. Oh, but Sue Storm, the pregnant woman giving birth, that strong woman, she just fucks her right up. Like, okay, buddy. Right. Yeah, fucking right, bud. Okay. This fucking terrible movie, bro. Terrible fucking movie. What is the goal of this game? Right now, I'm trying to get to raids. You just progressively get more gear and shit, right? You just get more gear and shit. Like, these are your, like, attack level, strength, defense. It's an MMORPG, so think, like, Skyrim, kind of. But, like, you get, like, Skyrim and fucking World of Warcraft. Shit like that. It's basically number go up. Yeah. This movie's terrible. My 7 somehow took away 200 damage from him. Like, what? Okay. The fuck? Yo, she reached into her stomach and tried pulling the kid out. What the fuck? I'm punching the wrong one. Captain Crunch, baby. Dinner of Champions. Oh yeah, the strong woman giving birth. This show is so. The movie's so fucking bad, bro. This is so bad. Oh my god. She's supposed to be giving birth, and it sounds like she's having a fucking orgasm. Dude, I swear to God. I'm lagging. What was Vorkath? Vorkath was a dragon boss that I killed 2,600 times and got never got the pet. That's who Vorkath is. Strong pregnant woman saves the day. Might be a little bit behind. Nah. Okay, okay. I gotcha. I'm just too busy grinding. I feel that. I feel that. Dude, that's literally this chick is smarter, stronger than like every guy in the fucking movie. It doesn't make sense. Like this chick is literally giving birth and she's like making the ship go invisible and like choking the Silver Surfer broad out like all in one. Like what the fuck? $6 million man. I feel it. I feel it. 42 water orbs. I'll take those all down. Oh, the strong woman strikes again. Oh, leave it to the strong woman to come up with the brilliant idea, even though the smartest man in the world standing right beside her. Fucking joke of a movie, dude. This move is so bad, bro. I'm glad I didn't waste money to go watch this bullshit. I was going to. Same with Superman. I was gonna go watch both of them the same day, but I'm so fucking glad I didn't. Jesus Christ. What is this kid juking me up for? Hit him! Hit him! That's crazy. How much total is that? Like, how much GP? Silver Surfer? Oh, no. That's hilarious. I thought it was going to be. 10 million-ish? Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. Around 90 mil? Yeah, exactly. And that's, I figured you'd make it a little bit more, honestly. I figured it was one like 120-ish. 1. You finally got your Zarite crossbow, eh? Sheesh. Alright, yo, I want my bank back. I want my bank back, bro. It was 400 mil the other day you were looking at it. 300? Was it 300? I thought it was 4 when you were looking at it. 100 mil? Damn. Redeem poop monster? I should make that a command and just have it, Jay, you suck. Any loot? Nah. I'm watching the new Fantastic Four movie though, and it's fucking terrible, dude. Low key, this part of the movie is actually pretty good because like the unity in it is pretty nice. But like the movie is fucking terrible all around, like pretty bad. Like yo, let me put it like this: so you got the smartest man in the world, right? He can't come up with a plan to save the planet. The strong, independent, pregnant woman who just gave, or the woman who just gave birth, well, you have the guy made out of rock, you have Mr. Fantastic, and you have the guy that spits fire. These three men can't take on the Silver Surfer, which they changed into a chick, by the way. Can't take on the Silver Surfer. The Surfer just kicks the shit out of them. But lo and behold, the woman who's giving birth at the time can fucking make a ship go invisible, choke out this fucking other broad, the Silver Surfer, and give birth all at the same time. Like what the fuck is this movie, bro? This shit is fucking terrible, dude. This shit's so bad. I gotta go rip a fucking toke. No, no, dude. The part that threw me off, dude, was okay. Mr. Richards, like Reed Richards, is the smartest guy in all of Marvel comics. Like he is literally the smartest person in all of Marvel comics. Like without a doubt, the smartest. Not the most skilled at fighting or whatever, but he is hands down the smartest. Yet his wife comes up with the idea to save the planet. He goes, I don't know. For the first time in my life, I have no idea. Like, fuck off, bro. That's such horseshit, dude. Like, it's such horseshit. It's so bad. Like, they're just spitting on the source material. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, man. Fucking terrible. Fucking terrible. I gotta go rip a toke. This shit's actually pissing me off. I'm a little bit of a fucking nerd, so. It's so crazy, man. How the fuck do they get away with that? That's crazy. Doesn't even fucking make sense. Fuck, dude, this world's going into such a shit fucking spot. Force feeding garbage like this to people. Oh my fucking god. Women gooder because birthing. Oh, nothing like a strong, independent woman. Fucking terrible, man. Jesus Christ. Alright, I'm going outside to toke. I'll be back. Yeah. Long toke hit the spot. Oh, yeah, but I fucking hit the spot. Back to this shit movie. Ah, yes, the classic, the classic baby trope. Ah, you're peeing, of course. Oh shit! That was unexpected. Bro, they're speaking in some alien language right now. And my subtitles are whatever the fuck that is. My subtitles are whatever the... Bro. Shallow ball, baby, whatever the fuck that is. That's the best part of the movie right there. That was the best part of the movie, hands down. Even though I couldn't understand what the fuck was going on, the acting was good. Oh, dude, that's fucking hilarious. I couldn't even understand what they were saying half the time, but it was fucking good. That's fucking crazy. That was like straight out of a comic book right there. That's pretty good. Yo, is homeboy gonna give up his kid? Oh, he's gonna use what? Why the fuck am I even running for that? Strong one, boss. That's such a good moment, and then they just go and ruin it with that bullshit. Sad. She comes up, dude. Come on now, come on now. Nah, bro. There's no fucking way, bro. This bitch does no. Fuck this shit, bro. Terrible. Sunshiners. That was the best joke in the whole movie right there. Waiting for the boss bitch to save the day now. Here comes the final fight. I'm assuming. Zombie, what's up? I gotta give him props. The CGI in this fucking movie is insane. Like, they really did good with CGI on this shit. And this is like some bootleg version. Like, I could only imagine what it looks like in the theater with the CGI. Like, CGI is good. People who made this movie fucking did a good job for sure on that. The costumes look cheap as fuck. I ain't gonna lie. Oh. I know it's just fucking with this dumb shit most some motherfuckers. Wait, what? Yeah, what's happening? Oh shit. That's crazy. I was also down to 1 HP right there. That's nuts. Goddamn. Don't paste. CGI is really good on this movie. Holy shit. Like, the final little bit, you can tell is where they spent their entire fucking budget. That's ChatGPT for you. I'm just watching the new, the old Fantastic Four. Yeah, the old one, such a classic. The guy from the old one who plays Victor Von Doom just died recently. CGI in this movie's nuts for its day. Yeah, not Marilyn Manson, Ozzy Osbourne and fucking Hulk Hogan. Crazy. Oh shit! What the fuck? This guy's got whipped into space. I've noticed Mr. Fantastic never uses his powers in this. Like he's used them like twice, 3 times now, I guess. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. He's finally using them. He's actually doing something. Oh my god. Oh, yep. Here comes Strong Mom Boss. Strong Mom Boss. Let's go. How did I know? The strong mom boss saves the day. Legendary. Oh, dude, dude. Oh my god, this movie is hilarious, bro. Fucking dog shit, bro. This movie's so bad. Oh, how cute. Mr. Fantastic's just standing there holding the fucking baby. Oh, he does absolutely nothing. How cute. Adorable. Oh, she's magically alive. Wow. Cheesy as shit. That movie fucking sucked ass, dude. I would not recommend watching that shit. I want my life back. Jesus Christ, that shit sucked. Thing is, if this guy divorces him, he's still taking the house anyway, and she's just win-win. Again. Maybe 40 mil dude, got a boy. Got a ring drop. There you go. There you go. That's huge.
Like, if I didn't want to do comedy, I was looking at how much I was making already, and like how much there was like union like raises, and I was seeing like these fucking guys who were just like, you know, they're just fucking red. You just look at them and like these fucking hillbillies, right, with like shitty trucks, and then I see how much they're making. I'm like, wait, why the fuck? And it was awesome because it's like, yes, it's tiring work, obviously, but it's like you don't really take it home with you, and it's like you know, we're big blue collar guys here, so you know that it does fuck you up. Obviously, you're tired and there's like wear
200
and tear on your
KC.
body, but you know, if you work hard and you're in the right position, that's obviously a great track to go down. So where are you now? What's going on? What's kind of like, where do you find yourself? What are you thinking about? What's like directly troubling you in your circumstances?
Yes. So the big thing is that she was thinking about coming home, and then she is very like hyper religious once she got over here with her mom, to a point
Oh
where
my
they believe in
god.
prophets, and they pay to go to these
Oh
events where
no.
they talk about, like, people prophesize over them, and they find out about their prophetic powers.
No.
And so she tells me, she wakes up like she's coming, right? She's gonna come home. We're gonna work this out. It's what's best for the kids. We still love each other. And she tells me she had a dream about Donald Trump baptizing two babies, and that the
Oh
number
my
two and the
god.
president and the
Hold on
color
a
red.
second here, man. Is this worth it? I mean, Jesus fucking Christ,
This is
dude.
literally the question, right? That's kind of what I'm calling, is
This
that
is
like
crazy.
you have love for your nephew, right? Well,
Of
the way I love
course.
my kids is like that
Times a
times
thousand, yeah, for
thing,
sure.
right?
Yeah.
And I'm not a dad who's like not there. I mean, I'm a dad who comes home, plays with his kids. I take them to the pool. I take them. I hold my daughter all day, like,
Yeah.
and I do laundry. I do dishes. Like, I'm a good husband as well. Don't get me wrong. And I do all those things when I don't really have time for myself, and I think that's kind of where I get into the drinking. But now I
Sure.
got my meetings and stuff, and that all helps. But anyways, for my kids, it's just like, where do I draw the line? Because the way I grew up and where I grew up, and you know, I had issues with being like ego and
Mm-hmm.
anger, being quick to
Mm-hmm.
anger, and just like, people don't talk to me that way, this and that. And I've worked on those things for a long time. And I'm trying to draw a line between, where does it stop being ego and start being enabling, and just, do I really want to go to court? Because
Yeah.
she sent me paperwork yesterday, and the paperwork's like, she wants me to have them every other weekend, and that's it. And she wants me to give her $5,000 a month, and I'm like, you're fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Sorry, excuse my language. I'm like, you're
How
fucking
dare
crazy.
you,
I'm gonna have
dude?
my kids
How
for
dare?
fucking
Yeah.
every other
Please
weekend.
apologize more profusely for saying fuck. Thank you very much.
I apologize.
It's not
This
that kind
man's
of
getting
show.
ready to move back in with his fucking religious wife.
Yeah, dude. There's some dude over there sending butt pics in the chat. This is where we should do that. No, but yeah, that's kind of my question is like, oh, and I guess I left out a very interesting part is that I caught her like basically 2 weeks after we had split up, like just separated. Then 2 months later, she had me pay for a trip where she was going on a retreat to get close to God.
Oh no.
And when she came back, I went through her phone and I basically paid for a trip for her to go fuck some guy that she met on Instagram.
Yeah, that's nuts. I mean,
Yeah. And
dude,
then you want to talk down to me about religion and how I'm
yeah, I
not a
mean,
good
by the
Christian.
way, this is insane. Like, I just don't know. Okay, look, your kids are obviously the big thing here, right? And that's obviously like your kids are your number one priority. That's how it should be. It's very admirable for you. I think it's pretty clear. I don't know, man. From everything you're talking about, it doesn't seem like you're. Basically, it's like you don't want to be with this person, and you're like, this will be better for my kids, and it'll save me some lawyer fees. But it's like, that's not a good enough reason to enter into this relationship again.
Yeah, it is a good reason.
Right? Like, you clearly have resentments. About
5K a month's a lot of money.
Like, clearly, you're still not over that. Like you regret. I bet you if you didn't have kids with this woman, there's no way you're getting back together with her, right?
No shot. No,
So-
not well. I'd like to say that I would be patient and try to help her through it, but the thing is, if you have no empathy, you have no like voice of reason in your head, and that you're a victim, there's no change that she's seeking, and like that's more my problem. Because I would be
Welcome
bumping
to
5 years
religion,
patient
buddy.
About the only two things I've ever asked her to do, which is spend less money and be more involved as a family.
Right. I
and
guess I
less
forgot about the
involved with
money
your
thing
mom.
too. Yeah. And then the mom shit is kind of weird because it's like, again, it's nice to be around your family, obviously, but it's also like, you know, at the same time, your family. Once you have kids, your family is your immediate family. That's A1,
Yeah.
and then obviously your parents should be up there. But it's like, it sounds like they have some kind of strange, kind of weird religious relationship going on here. Sounds like you don't really get along with her mom.
Well, I'm Mexican and she is not.
Mm-hmm.
And so right away her mom was like, they still call people colored, right?
Jesus
Like
Christ.
it's very much like they're that way. So she didn't like me for that
Which is
reason.
probably really
Even
cool.
then,
to your
I reached the
kid.
olive branch out a lot and try to fix that. But yeah, she went straight to living with her mom as soon as things happened. Even when I had bought a nice house in the Midwest, I'd basically be flying her out every 2 weeks, or like every 2 months. I mean,
Dude.
to be out here with her mom, and it's like to me, it's my wife, then my kids, because I know for my kids to be right, me and my wife have to be right. But to her, it's like her mom, her dad.
I got some
religious
really
uncles.
bad news for you. You and your wife are never going to be right. Like, that's the problem here. And look, maybe I'm being too. This is troubling me. Eldest, do you see this? Sorry. I'm
bad
just
too.
okay. Good.
no, you're
I thought it was the computer. Okay, sorry, man. We have a problem with the monitor, but dude, I just don't hear anything here that sounds like. It sounds worth.
Here's the
you-
problem, buddy.
And,
You
you know,
guys
you
will
did.
never
You did.
be
You made some
good.
mistakes too, but it's also like, it's. I don't know. It didn't happen in a vacuum. You're clearly pretty unhappy, and should you have addressed the things that bothered you before you started fucking sending your dick to some girl you never even got to fuck? Probably.
I didn't do that. I didn't do anything like that.
Well, what the
but
fuck did
I
you
know
even
what
do,
mean.
man?
And
You
it's
flirted a
tough
little?
because, like, I mean, for you, I flirted, yeah. But for you, like with you, I'm sure you can understand, like, breaking old habits and, like, kind of like the things you picked up being around a dad who kind of would flip his lid or be angry. And well, for me, my dad was a big drinker.
And look,
not a
and
nice
you obviously have
drunk.
right. You have a drinking
Yeah.
problem, but you're big. You know, that's not even a sin if you're taking care of it. And I got to be honest with you, man. It doesn't sound like. And look, whatever. She fucked some guy when you guys were separated. Not great. Making you pay for it's insane. Once you're separated,
Ridiculous.
it's like you can't really be playing the like. But if we're really to keep score here, it's like it does at the very least, right? Without getting into the details and saying who's wrong or whatever, at the very least, it's not a functional relationship. it's not something that it seems like you actually want to get back into, right? This just seems like something you feel like you should do. And and yes, in a perfect world, would you have a good relationship with the mother of your children? Would you be together? Yes, but I'll tell you, and I don't know what kind of family you grew up in, but it's like a functioning divorced family is way better than a constantly dysfunctional, together on paper family, in my opinion, right? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I
I
also
think what's
go
okay,
ahead, go
sorry.
ahead. No, go ahead.
I think what scares me about that too is that I'm very reasonable and like I understand, I want 50-50 and I'll set my schedule up so that I can do that and I'll make sure I get help out here. But for her, it's if it's not her way, it's no way. And
Does she work? I'm sorry.
putting
Does she have a fucking
she's
job?
no. So she's putting in the paperwork that
We
she
gotta
wants the
stop
kids to
talking
be.
before you turn me into a fucking one of those "What's Your Body
Yeah.
Count" podcasts. I'm
Yeah,
feeling
dude.
I'm feeling the fucking misogyny coursing through my veins right now.
She wants $5,000. She wants me to pay for her to go to school, and I've spent the last 5 years.
That's
I've
fucking
literally
crazy.
bought houses and places for her to go to the best schools, and then she comes up with a reason like she stopped believing in childcare. So she doesn't believe in childcare anymore. And I'm like, when I have them, I have no. My family's all on the West Coast. You moved me to the East Coast. Like
Right.
I'm gonna get them vaccinated and put them in childcare while I'm working.
Oh my
And
god, dude.
she's like, no, that's not gonna happen. I put it in the paperwork. They can't be vaccinated, and that I had I had it prophesized over me that the kids are gonna be homeschooled. And I was like, have you met a homeschooled kid?
Yeah.
My kid's not gonna be homeschooled.
I mean,
You know
dude,
what I'm saying? Like, I don't want
you're
that at
getting
all.
pissed talking to the imaginary version of her in your head. What do you think's gonna happen when you're fucking in the same house? Like, I hate to. I mean, I just don't think you're basically trying to be like you're trying to be like Colin Powell, who's like, oh fuck, we shouldn't be in Iraq, but the Iraq War is unjustified, but George Bush is gonna do it anyway. I guess I better go overlook it. I guess I better go get involved. It's inevitable. It's like, so you're basically like, wow, this woman is, for lack of a better term, a dumb bitch. And I don't want her to be raising my kids without my supervision, without me trying to run interference. I got bad news, brother. This is the mother of your children, one way or another. And I think you re-entering a toxic relationship where she weirdly has you by the balls, even though I don't really see what you did that wrong. I mean, in the grand fucking scheme of things, somebody who has, paid for everything, you seem to, if you have fault here, it's sort of like allowing yourself to be pushed around by her and not setting boundaries earlier in the relationship to stop this kind of behavior, or stop the relationship, not realizing earlier that this is the kind of unreasonable person that you do not mix well with, that is not someone who's going to be healthy for you long term. Your biggest mistake is that, not, whatever minor fucking infidelity that, especially somebody's fucking, I don't mean to get 1950s with it, but it's like, you're fucking paying for everything and all you did was flirt with somebody when you were pissed off, you moved to the exact house she wanted to. It ain't great, but it's not the kind of thing that should ruin a fucking family, in my opinion. Again, we don't have all the facts, whatever, suck my dick if you don't agree. But
I think I touched butt over the jeans, not like, you get what I'm saying, but still, I fucked up. I'm fucking.
hey, you're at a crowded bar trying to get by. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Look, the point is, whatever it is, right? Whatever it is, right? There's wrong on both sides, whatever. The reality is, I don't see any way you could be with this person. I think your resentments are justifiably too high. I think you're right that this sucks, that it's gonna cost you more money in the long run. You better get a fucking good ass lawyer. She doesn't seem like the kind of person who's gonna be reasonable. It will be fucking annoying, but the alternative that you're thinking about doesn't exist, bro. Like we get back together and it's good enough. Like, that's not how you want to live your life. That's not what you want to teach your children a relationship is, right? Like, you want to go work hard, spend half your time with them, hopefully get into a good relationship, find somebody else that's functional for you, right? And you're working on your shit. You're working on your fucking substance abuse problems. You're in therapy. You're getting over like all your, ego, anger, whatever childhood stuff you have. You're working on that shit. The best thing for your children, especially especially given the fact that, yeah, unfortunately, they're gonna spend half the time with somebody who thinks she's fucking prophetic. Like, best case scenario, she's mildly schizophrenic. Worst case scenario, she's just fucking stupid. Like, that's who's gonna be raising your children half the time, and her mom.
Oh
You're,
god.
I mean, this is, and yes, it sucks, but this is a lesson to, like, whatever your next relationship is, you can't, you know, just let yourself kind of get pushed over and think, well, in the future we're going to fix this, right? Like, you have to set clear boundaries. You know the kind of person you want to be with. You know it's not who you had children with. You know what I mean? Like, you
Yeah.
guys are separated. This is a lesson for you. Unfortunately, you learned it you're going to learn it in an incredibly costly way. You're going to between lawyer fees and child support, whatever the fuck. I don't know the details of that stuff.
Alimony,
All that shit, right?
And I'm 25. Like,
Yeah, I
come
mean, you made a
on.
huge error. This person sucks.
Well, the thing is, dude, is like, it's like you want to be vulnerable, you want to trust this person, you want to give them what they want, and think that they're gonna have your back, and then it's like instead they just become somebody who is privileged and expects things, and it's like, how does that work? You know what I mean? So then,
What do
then
you
put me in a
fucking get out
position
of
where
it is
like,
what I'm trying to
just
figure out.
like I have to not do the right things and not be a good guy to you for you to want to do things that you say I keep you from doing. That makes no sense. It's so sideways, man.
Yeah.
It's just such a victim's mentality.
I mean,
And it's
look,
like I've worked hard my whole life, man. Like you
yeah,
can't give me
you're clearly not
6 months.
compatible, dude. You know, yes, you
Yeah.
fucking like. I don't even need to know the exact. And look, my hunch is you're completely right, right? But even if you weren't, right, and even if you're like, you're just not compatible with this person. This person is not right for you, and you need to understand. Like, you going forward, you cannot have. These are not the types of people you can have relationships with. And I think right now you need to focus on figuring out the best way out of this relationship long term. You know, I mean, she doesn't have any money, right? Hope you could afford a better lawyer unless her mom is rich or some shit. Try and
Yeah, her parents paid for a lawyer. They already served me paperwork, but I have a really good I got a good family, and I basically sent the paperwork to my pops came down here and bought up a bunch of properties so that he could move some of my family out here.
That's great,
'Cause
man.
we do pretty well.
Well, that's huge, and I think this is the
Yeah.
this is the lesson. There's no salvaging this, right? There's rebuilding your life. There's creating a good environment for your children. It's nice that some of your family's going to move out there. That's huge because that sucks that you're isolated over there. But, you know, focus on being a good dad. Keep that work ethic going, and just that's it, bro. I mean, it's gonna suck. Clearly, this is not. This doesn't feel like the kind of separation that's going to be, you know, very. It's not going to be friendly. It's not going to be. Let's keep the lawyers out of it. Let's just what's right. She's gonna try and
yeah.
get every fucking dime. This, you know,
Yeah.
win.
She's like, dude,
Do your best to win this fucking custody and this lawsuit or whatever happens and this divorce, and then from then on, whatever it is, don't be fucking. You know, just move forward, and do the best you can for your kids. And the best thing you can do is learn from a personal level. Learn from this. Know the kind of person you want to end up with. And eventually you'll have a sort of, you know, maybe you'll end up with just a nice, they'll get a nice stepmom, you know what I mean? You'll provide a nice environment for them. You'll have your family around, and that's that, bro. It sucks.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if it went a different way, but, you know.
I think I can go back to the Latino girls, dude.
Not a bad
those
idea.
They're
A fucking guy. I'll be right back.
The Yankees are down 3, but they've got 3 runners on base and no outs. Anthony Volpe's at the dish, and Jazz Chisholm's on second base. That is what we're watching here. Breakdown is brought to you by SeatGeek. We're not watching the pitcher. We're not watching Anthony. We're watching Jazz because he's just sneaking around back there. What you holding? What you got? That was a splitter. Jazz gave no signal. Couldn't pick it up. Here's another angle of it. Jazz just like, oh, hey, dude, what you got? What are you holding? Can I see? Nothing going, and it's a fastball. It's a strike, and they don't agree with the call, but now it's a 1-1 count. Let's see, is Jazz peeking again? He is. He's just peeking in there, and this time, nothing. So another fastball. That time it's up. They say, no, he did not swing. Jazz on second base. That is so funny. Just straight up peeking. Hey, man. How are you holding that ball? Let me see. Anything I can pick up? Yeah, it's a splitter. And Volpe takes the ball low. Now, that reaction time is very quick. I mean, he's looking at his fingers on the ball. He's knowing, yeah, I see. It's a splitter. And Volpe has from here to there to look, then refine the ball, and then no, don't swing if it's low because it's going to drop. In live time, it's bam, pitch, down. Jazz being very obvious about it. Snit's like, oh boy. Okay, 3-1. So it's a fastball count. Jazz on second. He says fastball, fastball, fastball. That is too good. That is if you don't watch a lot of baseball, when the pitchers warm up and they want to tell the pitcher what's coming, this is the hand motion for it's fastball. And he lets them know it's fastball. Volpe puts good wood on it. Fastball, top of the zone, 3-1 pitch. So it's going to be a fastball anyway. Caught at the track, but a run does score. Now, Yankees are being very, very open what we're doing. We're looking in your glove. So here's both shots. Here's what he's seeing. You can kind of see the fingernail on the glove there, and Jazz is looking, and he's able to see because that guy isn't hiding his hand at all, Montero for the Braves, and Jazz is able to see the grip and give the signal. And the next pitch, he's able to see the grip on the ball. Are the fingers split? Are they together? Is it forcing him? And he's able to give the signal. The Yankees have decided that rather than be really sneaky about it, the Yankees have decided, no, we'll just be very transparent. We're looking at your hand. There's nothing crazy sneaky here. You want to solve this, you can. Hide your grip. Well, the Braves, I don't know who this is on the Braves. The pitching coach, I highlighted him in yellow. You can see him. He's watching it. And you can see him. He gets upset with it because he saw the signal. He makes his way down to the Braves coach and bench coach and Eddie Perez and tells, hey, man, he's just straight up giving him the signs. He's not even being sneaky or anything. So then you have Eddie Perez step up on the front step, and he starts yelling at him. He's like, hey, I'm watching you. See what you're doing. We'll hit you in the rib. We'll hit you in the head. Use your brain. We're going to watching you. I'm watching you. We see. Yeah, we're going to hit you. I don't know if that's what he's saying. Now, he's saying use your head. But when you go to the rib first, because we'll put one in your ribs, and then we'll put one in your head. To me, that means he's saying we're going to hit you. Like right there, we're going to hit you in the ribs. No, we'll hit you in the head. Or like we're going to hit you in the ribs. Use your head. I don't know. He said that pointing to his head was his way of saying use your head, but why'd he point to his ribs? Because usually it's like, well, stick one in your ribs. So he's mad. He's jawing at Jazz, who's on third base. And Jazz, this is what we saw on the broadcast. Jazz just looking at him like, cry about it. Get out of here. Nah, shoo. Just, get on. And then he's like, oh, wait, Rojas, you might know who this guy is. Actually, hey, who's that guy on the railing? Yeah, come on, man. You're talking. Come on, don't hide. Let Louis tell me who you are. He knows. You're the same age. I don't know you. He's telling me he hit my head. I hope so. I wish. Come on. I hope so. You gonna do it? Come on. Do it. I dare ya. Sounds like a good time. We'll take the base. We need base runners. Later on, Jazz is going to score on one of the next pitches where Wellesley puts one in play. They're going to go to first to get the out, but Jazz scores, making it a one-run game, and he's still fired up because they were, the way he interpreted it was they were saying, we're going to hit you in the head. And he's like, hit me in the head because your pitcher's showing me his hands, and I'm relaying that? He's like, see that guy over there? Yeah. Telling Cap. He's like, yeah, high five, good job. But he's like talking about, up top, hit you in the head. Yeah, that's what he's saying. Booney doesn't like it. He doesn't want his players getting hit in the head. Also, hide your pitches. We're being very blatant. I actually asked Boone about this. Are you surprised that teams are getting so upset? Because it is part of the game. It's been happening a lot. And from my understanding, the Yankees and your guys' philosophy has been, we're going to make it so clear that we are just looking at your glove and telling the player, because we don't want you to think it's anything bigger than that. And like, this is on you. You can correct it. Because what they said is they shouldn't be so blatant about it. But I think what you guys are saying is, why? Like, you fix it. Okay. After the game, they asked both guys questions, and then it came out that MLB is actually investigating the incident between Jazz and the Braves coach, according to Athletic. Eddie Perez said, I just wanted him to be smart. That's all it was. Use his head. I have a lot of respect for that guy. I like him. But I guess he didn't like what I had to say and got upset with me. I wasn't threatening. I just wanted him to play smart out there and use his ribs and use his head. I made up the last sentence. That was me. Jazz gave no comment when he asked for his thoughts on the incident, and MLB's investigating it, and we'll find out what happens. But this is happening a lot this year. This is my fourth breakdown of runners on second relaying the
Fuck am I
pitch
munching on?
to the
Peanuts,
batter
bro.
because they can see the grip in the glove. If you want to do this, buy
Peanuts.
tickets,
Almonds.
go to a game, watch the runner on second. If you're doing that,
A mixture of
use
nuts.
code JohnBoy2025 at SeatGeek. When you purchase a ticket, you get 10% off. They sponsored this.
Good protein.
We got a tie game
Healthy
in the
for you.
bottom of the 10th inning. You got the Manfred man on second. That's the winning run. So the Phillies
Very
are
healthy.
like, let's just bunt that guy to third and get on our way. This breakdown is brought to you by DraftKings. They're trying to bunt. Can't bunt that pitch because it's outside. They say, we're going to give you the out. Can't bunt that one because it's outside. 2-0 count. Runner on second. He's ready to move. I'm going to get to third. We're
I'm
going to
dog that
score on a
bitch since I
sac
fucked
fly.
him.
Tries to bunt. Can't bunt that one because it's a ball. 3-0. Trying to bunt. Cannot bunt that pitch. It's a ball. Jordan Hicks says, I don't want your bunt. We want the force. No, I don't think that's what actually happened. Now we get whisper galore. Like, hey, man, you want to lay down a bunt? Don't bunt it if it's a ball. And they're like, hey, maybe throw slider and like he'll mess up the bunt. Just like rip a back foot slider and see if they try to bunt that. And he's like, all right, great. Let's do that. Back foot slider. No, you're supposed to do it in front of him. Now the runners advance anyway without the free out. The bunt without the bunt. And Cora says, well, now we do want the force. We'll just send that guy. We want the force out at home, so we'll send him the first, intentionally walking. Just absolutely yanked that one. Almost did hit his back foot, just not in the right way. So now you got a bad situation. You got Sosa up.
Just being honest.
Bases loaded. The infield is in. The
Wasn't all
winning run
that.
is on third. Is he going to bunt? Cora's like, this ain't good. Hicks throws really fast. Strike them all out. That's a beautiful 100-mile-per-hour two-seamer on the outside. A little slider off that. All right, now we're pitching. 0-2. Fastball up. Don't get the call. Out of the zone. 1-2. And then another fastball. 101. Sinker. High and away. Fouls it back, though. A little slider off the plate. Says, hey, I hit his glove. What? On that pitch? How? He says, all right, yeah, all right, I got you. We'll check on it. Sure. How about it? He's thinking, please don't check. Topper's like, really? This easy? Okay, cool. He's thinking, please don't. Hey, guys. Hey, actually, see, guys, I don't want to watch this with you. Just watch it on my own. I've seen it in my head, and I felt it, and I just, oh, boy, bad images, bad vision. Look at that. Barely a swing. Catchers are putting their gloves so far out these days to steal. We saw Contreras get his arm broken last year, trying to steal the pitch. It's so far out that a check swing, he's trying to hold his swing and not swing. And he still hits the glove. Like, if the
dude,
glove wasn't
immediately,
there,
dude.
the umpires rule that.
Like,
Nope.
literally immediately. I was just sitting there, and I remember thinking to myself, looking outside her window, and I was like, fuck, dude, I gotta get home. I was just like, oh god, get me out of here. Not even going. Like, literally, like right after I was just laying there, I was like, fuck. Get me the fuck out of here. I'm dead serious, bro. I remember watching some guy ride by on the bike, and I was like, I gotta make up some kind of excuse so I'm not stuck here the whole night. I'm gonna have like, I was literally gonna have my brother just call me and be like, yo, you gotta get home. Mom was in a car accident or something. That was the original plan.
Oh, swing. I'm pretty sure because he's trying, and he does hit him in the back of the wrist. So you have a walk-off catcher's interference.
After review, the call in the field is overturned. There is catcher's interference. Wow!
What a brutal inning. They were trying to bunt for an out. You walked them on 4 pitches. Trying to bunt for an out. You threw a wild pitch. Trying to check his swing. Maybe would have been strike 3. Catcher's interference, and that's how the Red Sox lost this game. And all they can do is sit in the railing, think about it, hope it doesn't happen again. Handshakes for everyone. Toppers, great job, guys. Great job. Way to pull the bunt back. Way to pull that bunt back on those balls and that wild pitch. Awesome stuff. This breakdown is brought to you by DraftKings. Thank you.
The 2010 NBA draft is, in my opinion, the worst draft class of the 2010s, but not necessarily for the reasons you might think. For one, the rest of the decade's pretty loaded with incredible classes, and two, the biggest issue with this group by far, especially at the top, was injuries. But there are a ton of incredibly talented and interesting players from this class, so what happened to the 2010 NBA draft? First is John Wall. He's a #1 ranked high school player in the country going to Kentucky for his freshman season, and he's part of a group of Kentucky guys that are going to continue to come up a lot in this video. This was back in 2009, which was really the beginning of the one and done era in college basketball in Kentucky, and this Kentucky team specifically was a huge part of that. He's first team All-American and SEC Player of the Year as a freshman at Kentucky, and he enters the 2010 draft as the consensus first overall pick. He's an incredibly athletic, quick lead guard that could get to the rim whenever he wanted, and even though some of his shooting and point guard skills were a question mark, everything else was there for John Wall. He's drafted by the Wizards, and frankly, this is a terrible situation for him and really anyone else. The team was terrible. They were expensive, old, and injured. Guys like Gilbert Arenas were still there, and John Wall was really the only young piece to build around. But he shows up as a rookie and is exactly what most people thought that he would be. His efficiency was bad because he's on a bad team, but he played a ton, he was exciting, and clearly was a building block moving forward for the franchise. He was second in Rookie of the Year voting that year because Blake Griffin, who was the first overall pick from the prior year, won the award instead because he missed his entire rookie season due to injury. From there, things continued to move in a positive direction for Wall. He did have a knee injury in year 3, so he played just 49 games, but the team got better around him, adding guys like Bradley Beal, and Wall makes an all-star team in year 4, makes the playoffs, and they win their first round series. And at this point, John Wall's just 23 years old. He's a #1 pick in the draft. He's made an all-star team. He's won a playoff series, and things are looking up in Washington. He never becomes the shooter that he needs to be a truly elite player. But he was impossible to.
I had that bitch. She was like a fountain, bro.
Keep out of the paint, had a nice mid-range game, and like I said, was clearly a building block for the Wizards. And everything builds to the 2016-2017 season, which is unquestionably the best Washington Wizards team of the modern era. They have not won 50 games nor made the conference finals since 1979, and this 2016-17 team is as close as they got to reaching either of those milestones. They won 49 games, they got to the second round of the playoffs all the way to a Game 7, and they had a good team. They had John Wall, Bradley Beal, Otto Porter, Kelly Oubre, Bojan Bogdanovic, Marcin Gortat, Ian Mahinmi, who they spent a ton of money on the prior offseason. This was a good team, and they get to the conference finals. They play a Celtics team that, frankly, the Wizards are better than. This is an overachieving Celtics team, but guys like Isaiah Thomas and Avery Bradley leading the way. The Wizards were better than them, but they lose in 7 games in the second round, a real chance to get to the conference finals, and the Kelly Olynyk game happens in Game 7. He goes 10 for 14, 26 points off the bench, and the Celtics win, and this is the absolute peak of the John Wall Wizards era, and everything goes down from here. A couple of things happen. One, in that series specifically, it's clear that Wall's really good, but his shooting and lack of shooting is really going to continue to hold him back in high leverage playoff series. The Celtics were just letting him shoot at points in that series, and Beal looked more like the guy as a result moving forward for the Wizards. And he makes All-NBA that year, which is good for him, but sets him up to sign a gigantic Supermax contract the following offseason, which he does sign 4 years and $170 million. But from that point on, injuries are the biggest issue for Wall. Some of it's bad luck, some of it's play style, a combination of those things. From that point on, signing the 4-year, $170 million extension in the 2017 offseason, immediately after almost making the conference finals, immediately after making an All-NBA team, Wall played just 73 more games for the Wizards and 147 more total NBA games.
That's crazy.
And after playing for the Rockets and then the Clippers, that was the end of what was once such a promising NBA career. Second overall now is Evan Turner. He'd won College Player of the Year in his junior season at Ohio State the year before, declares for the draft, and goes second to the Sixers. He's got a really interesting skill set as this bigger perimeter player that can handle and score and create. Questions certainly were there about his jump shot. Obviously, the questions around being an older college player. This was a point in time in the NBA where guys like this, third, fourth year college players, were still going in the top 5 regularly at the top of these classes. And he goes to a Sixers team that actually is pretty good as a rookie. They go 41-41 after winning just 27 games the year before. They've got Doug Collins as coach, Elton Brand's there, Andre Iguodala, Drew Holiday. This is a solid team. And although Turner wasn't a big contributor, he did show some decent signs. The problem was, after 2 years of him being there, the Sixers did the full Sam Hinkie reset, rebuild thing. They traded everybody away, and Turner kind of just got left behind. He never really developed in the way the team wanted him to, and he just wasn't good enough to be on the ball all of the time, and then he also couldn't space off the ball as a shooter, so he gets traded to the Pacers mid-season of his 4th year, just a couple years into the league as the 2nd overall pick. Then in the 2014 offseason, he signs with the Celtics as a free agent, and that really completely turns his career around. He's one of the best bench guys in the league for the 2015-16 Celtics. That team just kind of overachieves in general, and Turner was a perfect example of that. His NBA role suddenly became clear as a guy that could handle the ball sometimes, maybe could try to mitigate some of his shooting concerns. It was a really nice piece for Boston. We go into the 2016 offseason for Evan Turner, and he turns those really nice 2 years with the Celtics into a 4-year, $70 million contract with the Portland Trailblazers, which is a crazy number for a bench guy that averages 10 points per game. A lot of this has to do with the summer of 2016. There was a large salary cap and revenue spike within the league, so there was a bunch of money around, and it wasn't just Evan Turner that got a big contract. Ian Mahinmi, who we previously mentioned, got a big contract. A bunch of guys got a ton of money, and Evan Turner cashed in at the exact right time. The Blazers thought that he would be a nice compliment for Dame and TJ McCollum as this kind of connecting piece for them, and it just did not work. He never found his role with that team. After a few disappointing seasons in Portland, he ends up getting traded to the Hawks in 2019, and that was the last that we saw of him. A very strange career for a talented player at 2nd overall. Next up now is 3rd overall, and that is Derek Favors going to the, at the time, New Jersey Nets. He was one of the top high school players in his class, goes to Georgia Tech, has a good season, and then enters the draft. He was seen as this really crazy fluid athlete with a big body and growing post skills, and he was super young at the time that he declared for the draft.
Trading for him in NBA 2K.
The highest upside pick in the class outside of the 1st overall pick in John Wall. He goes 3rd to the New Jersey Nets, and he's drafted in April of 2010 by the team, and by February of 2011, less than a year later, he's traded to the Utah Jazz. He played just 56 total games for his first team as a top 3 pick. The Nets were in a really weird spot at the time. They were going to be moving to Brooklyn soon. They had new ownership in place. They wanted to get good quickly. And an opportunity came up for them at that trade deadline to trade for Deron Williams from the Utah Jazz. And Favors was the headliner of the package that was sent back to Utah. He goes to Utah, and Derek Favors was good. Make no mistake about it. Derek Favors was a good NBA player. He's a great rebounder, had some offensive skills. He could defend well. He just never did anything great. He never did anything at like an all-star level. And frankly, he's probably just an example of a guy playing in the wrong era. He's a classic like 80s, early 90s power forward that was playing in an increasingly modern era. And he was good, but wasn't always the best big on his team. So sometimes his minutes got cut. If you're only trying to play one big at a time, guys like Paul Millsap and then later Rudy Gobert were there. So Favors' role was just kind of always changing, but he was really good. He had a season in Utah where he averaged 16 points and 13 boards, but he just never really hit this crazy high ceiling that made him a top 3 pick in the first place. He bounced around after that to New Orleans and then back to Utah, then to Oklahoma City, where he finished his career in 2022. He played over 800 NBA games between the regular season and postseason, but frankly, as a top 3 pick, was a pretty forgettable player in this class. Speaking of forgettable players, 4th overall now is Wesley Johnson and the Minnesota Timberwolves. He declared for the draft after his junior year.
Yeah, that new superhero movie is so dog shit. What's it called? Fantastic Four. Terrible. No, I watched the new one in theaters. Trash. Throw on something to watch. I'll put this on.
I found it. Ma'am. Oh. I need EMS immediately. She's not breathing.
Then I'm going to
On the
bed.
morning of Thursday, February 22nd, 2024, an unidentified man put on black shoes, black pants, a black jacket, and dark rubber gloves before disappearing into a wooded area adjacent to a popular walking trail at the University of Georgia campus in Athens. As one state prosecutor put it,
Yeah,
the
I
man
think so.
was hunting women. Tragically, 22-year-old Laken Hope Riley headed out for a jog that morning on the very same trail. But that day, Laken's otherwise routine morning run ended in what can only be described as every parent's worst nightmare. Before we begin, we would like to express our sincere condolences to Laken's friends and family members.
Yeah, my daughter's
Laken
coming
was born
down
on
for a
January
sleepover
10th,
tomorrow.
2002
My parents are
in
gonna go
Marietta,
pick her up in the
Georgia, about 20
afternoon.
miles or 32 kilometers northwest of Atlanta. As a child, Lakin was close to her 3 siblings and her parents, Allison and Jason. According to her friends and family, she was smart, bubbly, enthusiastic, and ambitious. Lakin also attended church
I'll be
regularly
streaming
and
this
was
weekend,
passionate
Thuggy.
about helping those less fortunate than she was. As such, she volunteered and went on church mission trips whenever she could.
Yes, sir.
Lakin was also passionate about running, and
She wants
she
to play
spent as much
Roblox
time
with
as
me, she
could
said.
exercising in the great outdoors. With
You know
such
what
a
my
busy
daughter
life,
said to me,
it
bro?
was her
She
way of
roasted me
clearing
so
her
hard.
mind
She's
and
like,
recharging
Dad,
her batteries.
how do you
She
expect to
often
get a
jogged with her
girlfriend? You have
friends,
no
but
style.
didn't hesitate to head out on her own when their schedules didn't match up. Unsurprisingly, Lakin was a member of the cross-country team at River Ridge High School in Woodstock, Georgia, where she grew up. After graduation, she attended the University of Georgia in Athens. Lakin joined the Alpha Chi Omega sorority, got good grades, and had an active social
You
life.
cooked me?
and
Yeah,
spent
I
a
know,
fair amount of
dude.
time jogging
This is
around the
like, fuck, dude.
university's
Kids in
sprawling
their
campus.
honest asses,
She
man.
eventually joined in the nursing program at the Augusta University campus in Athens, just a mile
I
or
have
two
no
away from the
sympathy,
University of
no,
Georgia.
never.
Lakin made the dean's list in early 2022.
You have no
And with a loving
style.
family, tons of close
Thanks,
friends, and a
Annabelle.
promising career as a nurse on the horizon, her future was brighter than ever. Running was such a priority for Lakin that she always found time to hit the trails no matter how busy she was. And since she still lived in Athens, she usually
some
ran at the
scars only
University
show
of
on the
Georgia
inside,
campus
you know?
like she did when she went to school
That's
there.
one of 'em.
The truth was that safety wasn't a big concern even for an attractive young woman like her who often walked, hiked, and ran by themselves. The trails were well marked and close to a number of campus buildings. And in addition, there were usually other students on the trail regardless of what time she went for her run. 22-year-old Lakin sent her mother Allison the following text at 8:55 a.m. on Thursday, February 22nd of 2024.
wait, when did we
Good
start
morning.
the stream
About to
on?
go for a run if
I don't
you're
even
free to
remember.
talk. She also called her mom just before leaving the apartment at 9:03. Lakin arrived at the trailhead on the University of Georgia campus a few minutes later wearing her standard exercise outfit, which was light-colored running shoes, full-length black tights, and a dark jacket. She was also wearing noise-canceling AirPods and a Garmin smartwatch that she got as a gift the previous Christmas. She had only been on the exercise trail for about 10 minutes when the otherwise idyllic morning took a tragic turn. At 9:11 a.m., she activated her phone's emergency function and called 911. However, she didn't say anything when the operator answered the call.
Clark County 911. Hello, this is Clark County 911. Hello, Clark County 911.
Whoa. I think it's Clark County 911.
Her mother Allison called and texted multiple times that morning, but Lakin never replied or answered her phone. It just wasn't like her to go silent. Like many young girls her age, her phone was her lifeline to her friends and family. Even so, her mother assumed she was just having a good run and that they would catch up when she was done. But later that morning, Lakin's roommates got worried when their calls and texts went unanswered as well. When her friend and roommate Lily Steiner used the Find My app on her phone, it showed that Lakin's phone was on her favorite trail at the University of Georgia campus. Eventually, Lily, her roommate Sophia, and their dog Champ headed out to the trail to see if they could find her. They found her AirPods shortly after arriving, but Lakin was conspicuously absent. They immediately called one of Lakin's roommates and asked if she had heard
Why
or
not
seen
call
her.
911?
She hadn't. By then, everyone was starting to panic. At 12:07 p.m., more than 3 hours after Lakin left the apartment to go running, her roommate called the University of Georgia Police Department and reported her missing. Sergeant Kenneth Maxwell arrived at the trail a few minutes after the call came in. He followed the path Lakin would have taken on her run, and at 12:38 p.m., he discovered her lifeless body in a forested area near Lake Herrick. EMTs arrived shortly thereafter, but sadly they weren't able to resuscitate her.
Hit him one more time. One more time.
With a murder and possible sexual assault on their hands, the University of Georgia Police Department immediately contacted the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, or the GBI, and asked them to send someone to help process the crime scene. The killer didn't leave any incriminating evidence behind, but the awkward position of Lakin's body, the red marks on her neck, and her disheveled clothing indicated that the perpetrators sexually assaulted her, or at least tried to. In the early going, it looked like it was a crime of opportunity and that the killer had acted alone and that Lakin was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Before her body was taken away, the technician bagged her hands in case she had any of the attacker's DNA under her fingernails. Later, the Athens Clark County coroner determined that Lakin's death was caused by blunt force trauma and asphyxiation. There was no evidence of a completed sexual assault. In other words, Lakin defended herself so fiercely that the attacker could not finish what he started. This was corroborated by GPS and biometric data from her watch. It showed that she was only on the trail for a few minutes, and then after that she moved 65 feet, or roughly 20 meters, into a wooded area adjacent to the trail. The data also showed that her heart stopped beating at 9:28 a.m. and that she was engaged in a fierce struggle for approximately 15 minutes before she died. Murder investigations often take years, but the hunt for Lakin's killer proceeded with unprecedented speed. On Friday, February 23rd, the day after her death, a young runner named Joseph Clementi called the police. As it turns out, he was running on the trail the morning she was killed. He told investigators about a suspicious man dressed almost entirely in black that just didn't look like he belonged there. It wasn't much to go on, but diligent investigators eventually found security camera footage that showed the man Mr. Clementi had described. He was wearing black clothes and a black Adidas hat just like he had reported. The footage also showed him stuffing what appeared to be a jacket into a dumpster near the park just 15 minutes after Lakin was killed. Investigators retrieved that jacket and sent it to the crime lab to be analyzed. And, unsurprisingly, it contained Lakin's blood and a few strands of her hair. The GBI and the University of Georgia Police Department alerted local law enforcement agencies to keep an eye out for anyone who resembled the man in the video. The following day, officers patrolling a nearby apartment complex saw a Hispanic man wearing a black Adidas hat. The man gave the officers a fake ID card when they stopped to talk to him, but they eventually found out that he was an undocumented immigrant and that his real name was Diego Ibarra. He played dumb when the officers asked him why Lakin's hair was on a jacket in a dumpster near his apartment. But later at the police station, he admitted that his brother Jose was the man from the footage.
Do you know where this is?
¿Sabes dónde es eso?
Yeah.
Yes.
Who is this?
¿Quién es eso?
Ese es mi hermano, veníamos, estábamos los juntos ese día.
That's me and my brother. We were both together that day.
Okay, there's only one person in the video, so who is that?
En el video solamente tiene una persona. ¿Quién es?
Is that you or your brother?
Sí. ¿Es usted o es su hermano?
No, es de él.
It's him.
Him?
No, it's his brother. Sorry about him. His brother.
Okay, I'm gonna rewind it and let him watch it again.
Usted va a ver otra vez.
And where is this?
¿Dónde es eso?
Eso es la suela donde nosotros vivimos.
It's in the trash can or the back over there by where we live.
Okay. No, ese está pegado, no está.
You didn't say why.
Yes, I did. Just give it a second.
Dame un segundo.
You'll still see him walk. Is that his hat?
Esta gorra es su gorra. Sí. Yes, it's my hat.
Okay, does he know what his brother is doing?
¿Sabe qué está haciendo su hermano?
Yo me estaba botando la basura. Yo sé, ahí se estaba botando la basura.
Looks like he's throwing something in the trash.
Okay. And how does he know this is Victor?
¿Cómo se sabe que es su hermano?
Victor. Porque ahí esa ropa yo se la viste a él. Because that's even that close. Claro.
Okay. Are these clothes that only Victor wears?
Esa es la ropa que usa Victor.
When officers returned to the apartment shortly thereafter, University of Georgia Police Sergeant Joshua Epps noticed a number of obviously fresh wounds on Jose's hands, lips, and arms.
Mr. Jose. I've seen an ad for Jesus today, bro. Bet you I still have it on my phone if I got it. Let's see. Oh, I got rid of it, damn. What?
There's a guy right here. There's a guy right here. Yeah, but...
Leaving the dungeon. 30 of them. 30 in a row. Oh, damn. I guess that's 30 I've done without a draw.
Hey, I need you to translate one at a time. Come here. Come to me. Come here. For you. Tell him I need to see his hands. I need to see his hands. Tell him to slowly get out. Ask him to need anybody else. That's a match, man. Right. See it slowly.
Boy's getting woke up. Get the
Later,
slumber.
investigators retrieved a number of selfies from his phone that showed him wearing the clothes that were nearly identical to those seen in the surveillance camera footage. They also found out that Jose Ibarra wasn't a U.S. citizen. And according to federal immigration law, he shouldn't have been in the country in the first place. Interagency background checks revealed that he crossed the southern border illegally and that he was apprehended by immigration enforcement officers and that they eventually released him into the United States. Jose wound up in New York City, where he was arrested for a number of crimes. In September of 2023, he was arrested and charged with a motor vehicle violation and endangering a minor because he was driving a scooter without a license with a child on the back that wasn't wearing a helmet. The following month, he and his brother were arrested in Athens, Georgia, and charged with possessing merchandise they allegedly stole from a local Walmart. Unsurprisingly, they failed to appear for their court date. Jose was arrested and charged with Lakin's murder in February of 2024. He was also charged with aggravated assault, intent to kidnapping with bodily injury, and tampering with evidence because he removed items from the crime scene that would have incriminated him in Lakin's death. While Jose Ibarra was in custody, Lakin's funeral was held on March the 1st at the Woodstock City Church in Woodstock, Georgia, about 90 miles or 145 kilometers west of Athens. By some estimates, more than 1,000 mourners showed up to pay their respects. In the wake of the horrific crime, the U.S. House of Representatives passed the Laken-Riley Act on March 7th of 2024. The bill would have required federal authorities to detain undocumented immigrants arrested for burglary and theft. The prosecution and defense agreed to a bench trial in which a judge, instead of a jury, would decide the outcome based on the applicable law and the evidence and testimony presented. In another surprising twist, prosecutors said they wouldn't pursue the death penalty. With Athens Clark County Superior Court Judge Patrick Haggard presiding, the trial began in mid-November of 2024. By then, prosecutors had already put together a relatively strong case that included physical and DNA evidence, digital data, expert and eyewitness testimony, and footage from various surveillance cameras. On the other hand, the defense's case rested on its ability to cast doubt on the state's evidence and to present a plausible alternate theory.
you'll hear that someone in that video, in the so-called dumpster video, was wearing an Adidas hat. That's true.
Alright, gentlemen, I'm going to bed. Fuck tired. I hope y'all have a good night. Sleep tight. Ooh, a little bit of Inception for you. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Catch you later. Peace out, Bug Duck.